Hello everyone, welcome to Lion Robotics. My name is Manish and this is the channel where I showcase you my robotics journey and the robots that I've made. As a first robot, I've made Leo. Now Leo is a Wi-Fi controlled robot car. Currently it does nothing more than moving back, front, left and right. But we plan to add lots of features on top of it. I'll be using the learnings of this robot in my future robots, so do subscribe to see all the future robots that I make. uh, now let's look into and dive into how did I made this and what are the components that I used to make this. Well, to start with, Leo's body. Now if you see this, I have been using foam board to make Leo's body. Now all the shapes that you see on the Leo's body, though the shapes are quite basic, were all done using the ruler and the cutter. So using 3mm foam board over here helps because it's very easy to cut. Now let me show you one of the most difficult part of creating Leo's body. This is the motor mount. Now I had difficult times in setting up this motor mounts because first I tried an easy approach, which is directly sticking motors on the foam board, but I was not getting the stiffness that I wanted, and they were not quite rigid. So at the end, I invested in making this motor mounts. Trust me, it has worked really very well. As a brain of Leo, I have used Node MCU. Now Node MCU is quite good if you are starting with robotics. Now since this was my first robot, I wanted to have something very basic, and since I was not even good with electronics, I knew that I will blow up some parts. So even if you blow up this, it's quite cheap. You get it like around 250 to 300 in local markets. So let me tell you a funny story. I have blown up 3 Node MCUs while just developing Leo. So again, it was not just because it was difficult, but I was making very silly mistakes when powering up this board. So the brains of Leo are using Node MCU, and as I told you, right, I was very new in electronics, so I did not had experience in shouldering things, so I preferred using this Node MCU motor shield over here. Now, as a funny part, I also want to tell you that I have blown up around 2 motor shields before I finally got this Leo working. Again, I can tell you, or I can create a separate video of all my learnings on why did I blew up the Node MCU and the motor shield. Later on, it's because it has so much of things in it that it might be a separate video, so that I will keep it for a separate video. Now the motors are powered using this motor shield. As I mentioned, I have been using this 4 N20 motors for Leo, and the entire battery, or the power part, the energy part of Leo is using two 18650 batteries. These are 3.7 volt batteries that I've been using to power up Leo. Now there is one more component that I've used in Leo, which is called LM2596. This is a buck converter. The reason of using this buck converter, though, if you look at internet and all the videos that use Node MCU with motor shield, they don't show that you need to use a buck converter, but there is a specific reason I have used buck converter. Again, something which I can explain on the later videos, or maybe I will put some shorts around it. Since I am using two 3.7 volt battery, I used buck converter to convert 7.4 volts to the 3.3 volts that the Node MCU needs. And the motor again had a dedicated 7.4 volts for powering the motors. So these are all the components that I've used to build Leo. Now let's see how Leo in action.